Your anxiety killed your relationship with your avoidant ex, and it's actually hurting your chances at getting back together right now. And here's why. The more you do in the direction of your ex when you're feeling their lack of presence and you're compensating for their lack of effort and you're trying for the both of you, the more that translates to pressure on the side of your avoidant ex. So for example, you make a bunch of gestures in the relationship or you do a bunch of stuff and they can feel that, okay? The way they're processing that is, man, like, I don't think I can love them the same way that they're loving me. Like they don't have the bandwidth for you in the same way, right? They're like, and that's probably why you're even doing more, because you're noticing the lack and you're doing more in response, okay? And then it's making them think like, man, I don't think I can do the same thing. And I actually feel like a bad person for accepting all this when I'm not even returning the same thing. And so you and your anxiety think, well, you could just do the same thing, right? But they're an avoidant and they're not wired that same way. And you're gonna have different, like varying levels of comfort in relation to being apart or, in relation to having that emotional distance and the time it takes apart before you come back together. And so you really have to be careful with how much that you do based upon the effort level of your partner. And so if you have to go a period of silence from not hearing from that person, it makes you feel really uncomfortable. And what do you want to do when you feel uncomfortable? You want to do more, which there again exacerbates the issue. You're making that avoidant person feel like they just can't love you the same way, again, because you are taking the steps for the both of you. Imagine if you're playing catch with your partner and you throw them the ball and they catch it, but then you run up to them all the way across the field, you yank the ball out of their hands and you run all the way back to where you just were and you throw it to them again, and you run all the way back to them again and wrench that ball out of their glove again and run back. And they're just standing there like, what the fuck? That's what you're doing with your anxiety. And so you need to start building mechanisms of internal validation. You need to get involved with your hobbies and your disciplines. Close your eyes and visualize yourself as the highest evolved version of yourself. What does that person do? They do combat sports. They go to the gun range. Do they, are they a runway model? Like what's the thing, right? And the cool characters from movies, like what do they do? How come you can't do that too? And have a tribe and a support system and have all the good things in life, right? So that way you're not constantly placing your focus on this person that you're in a relationship or on this person that is your ex that you want to get back. And if you want help making these long-term changes that is going to make you a viable partner for somebody that's either an avoidant or a secure attachment or whoever, okay, click into my profile down here and click on this link and get connected with me. And I'd love to have a chat with you about your relationship or about getting your ex back.